In today's video, I'm going to show you how I made the Santa sleigh and reindeer garland. I was recently at Michael's and they were selling this garland for $14.99. I will insert the picture right here. And I thought I can recreate this myself. Now this garland can be hung on your tree, or I thought it would look adorable flying over my little Christmas village. And how fun would this project be to create memories with your little ones? Everyone could create their own personalized reindeer and even put the year on the back. What a great sentimental piece to pull out every year. So, to prepare for this project, I had to refresh myself on how many reindeer there are. And the answer is 9. So, question for you guys out there. How many of you know all the reindeer names off the top of your head? Let me know down below, but for me, I was a little rusty. So stay tuned to the end, and just for fun, I will name all of them. Okay, so if you would like to know how I made this, keep watching. Hi everyone, it's Sheila, and on today's video, I am showing you my first craft project that I made using free craft supplies from a company called Beebeecraft. If you are interested and you have your own YouTube channel, you too can get free crafting supplies. I will leave the link up here if you are interested in watching the video that will explain all the details. And also I will leave it all in the description box down below, along with the crafting supplies that I got to make today's DIY project. Okay, also guys, I have a Christmas giveaway going on right now until December 12th, 2020. And in that, I have a whole bunch of little makeup and goodies. So if you are interested in entering that until December 12th, 2020, I will also leave the link up here and also in the description box down below. Okay, guys, so I'm super excited to show you my first craft project. So let's get this party started. Now, these are the supplies that I got from Beebeecraft. I'm going to use 2 brown felt paper for the reindeer themselves and 1 red for the Santa sleigh. And I'm also going to need a hole punch. You'll need a pair of scissors with the red and white twine or any Christmas twine that you would like. I'm going to add some googly eyes to the reindeer and some red pom-poms, especially for Rudolph. And there's my reindeer template and also my Santa sleigh template. Hi everyone. Okay, let's start this project. Now this is a reindeer that I found at Michael's, and I figured this would make a great template to make all my reindeer. And I am tracing it onto the supplies that I got from Beebeecraft, and this is brown felt paper. And I have to say, this is very thick felt paper. This is not flimsy at all. So I was really impressed with the quality of the felt paper. Now, as you can see, I'm fast forwarding through this because you guys can pretty much figure it out. You're going to trace 9 reindeers. And then I get my second felt paper and I repeat 3 more reindeer. Now here I cut it in half because I'm only going to need half a sheet of this paper. And I just continue tracing, trace, trace, trace. Now, just to make it easier, when I do go to cut my reindeer out, I figured I'm going to cut them up individually. And I will also fast forward through this part right here. You guys get the picture, cut out the 9 reindeers. Okay, now with that done, I'm going to use this template that my husband was wonderful enough to make for me because he is a great artist. So I just used the template that he made for me, and this is a sleigh, and I just trace it out onto the red paper that I have. And I make sure I go over and fix any parts that was missing. And now I pick it up, and just like the reindeer, I'm going to cut away all the extra paper that I don't need. Okay, now I'm going to cut it out, and I'm going to fast forward through this part, and we'll get right to the part where the sleigh is cut out and ready to go. Now on the template, I put the template back on top because I need to punch holes. So I marked where I'm going to pick up my hole punch and punch the holes so I can run the twine through the sleigh. Okay, now with the holes punched in the sleigh, I'm going to start cutting out the reindeer. And I'm going to fast forward over this like magic. 1, 2, 3. We are going to cut out this first reindeer. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now, if only it was that fast. It was actually like 25 minutes. But here is everything all cut out and ready to start assembling. Now, I'm laying the eyes that I'm going to put on the reindeer. I'm just laying them on top of the reindeer, so once I have the glue gun ready to go, it'll be easy to put the glue down. And here I am putting the glue. And I'm just going to show you a couple. Put a little glue right where the eyes go. Pick up some tweezers and plop them babies on. Now I will fast forward and you guys get the picture. You apply all the eyes. Okay, so now after the eyes, we're going to apply the noses to the reindeer. And as you can see, I start at the bottom. I wish I had black pom-poms for the noses, but I didn't, so I used the green. So just like the eyes, you pick up the tweezers, apply the noses to the proper place of the body, and then of course with Rudolph right there in the front, we give him a nice big red one. Now also, I thought it would be a good idea to put a little white tail on each deer. So I'm going to fast forward through this, and it's the same principle. You lay the glue down and apply the pom-poms. And there they are with their little white tails. Okay, now I had the idea to decorate the Santa sleigh using glitter glue. And in theory, it is a great idea, but this is a mistake, but I'm keeping it in the video because I don't want you guys to make the mistake. Now, as you can see, it looks cute, but if you do this before you assemble it, it doesn't have enough time to dry. So later on, when I went to go assemble it, I had to actually wipe all this off because it was not dry. So I would recommend that if you guys decide to use glitter glue, to do it after you completely assemble your sleigh and the reindeer. Okay, so now I am picking up the reindeer and I'm marking where I'm going to punch the holes in the reindeer body so I can run the twine through it. Here I am punching the holes. I do 3 holes, and then I will turn it around on the back and show you that I do not punch it all the way out. I love to leave the material attached, so after you string it, you don't see the holes as obvious. Now I do all 9 deer. I'm going to fast forward through this, and voila, we have 9 deers with the holes all attached. Now in this part, I get my tape measure out and I measure 24 inches. Now I need to make my string. I'm working in 6-foot long strings, and I do it 3 times. So 3 times 2 feet is 6 feet. Then I take it and I cut, and I have my first 6-foot string ready to go and to start assembling. Now I take the first 24 inches of that first string and I tie a knot right there, because you need the first 24 inches as extra string for when you hang your garland. Now I take my first deer and I'm going to run it through the back of the deer into the first hole, and I'm going to run the string till it hits that knot. And then right there, I'm going to tie a knot right around there, and then that will be secure. Okay, so now with that tied up, we are going to go on to string it through the middle hole. And we just take it, we run it through the front of the deer, pull it all the way through, then string it up, and then go under. And don't worry, I'm going to show that again in slow motion coming up at the next part of the video. So then you go into the third hole, and you do the same thing. You string it all the way through, and I am going to slow this next part down so you can see. You go under, and then you string it through the other way and over, and then just simply pull it. If you need to, watch that a couple times, and that's as easy as it is. Now, the second part is I want my deer 7 inches apart. So right there, I measure out 7 inches after my last reindeer, and I tie a knot right there. Okay, so after I have my knot at the 7 inches, I pick up my second reindeer and I string it to the knot that I made, so that way they are 7 inches apart. And you just simply repeat the pattern. So I'm not going to show you all 9 reindeer. I am going to get you to the end of the 6-foot string that I just cut, and I'm going to show you how to start the next section. Okay, now I'm at the end of the 3rd reindeer, and I'm at the end of my first 6-foot section. Like I said, it takes 3 6-foot sections to complete this whole garland. So I'm going to show you how you attach the second 6-foot string to keep the garland going. Now I'm going to tie a knot right at the 7-inch mark, so when I start my next string, my reindeer will still be 7 inches apart. And it's that simple. You just take the string, you cut off any extra excess, and you are ready to start stringing your next reindeer. And once again, you just continue on till you get to the very end. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to fast forward through this part, and I will get to the sleigh and show you how to attach the sleigh. Okay, so here is the sleigh, and as you can see, this is the part I told you I had to wipe all the glitter glue off because it did not have time to dry. And just like the reindeer, it's the same theory. You take the string and you run it through the sleigh. And you tie a knot, and then you move on to the second hole at the end of the sleigh. And you tie a knot there, and you string it around, tie another knot right there, and then just like at the front of the reindeer, you want 24 inches at the back also, so you can hang your garland. So I get to 24 inches and I simply cut right there. Now right there I tie a knot at the end so it doesn't unravel. And then I remember that I did not tie a knot at the front, so I work my way back up to the front of the reindeer. And I find the front of the string and I tie a knot also right there at the front, so it doesn't unravel. And that is pretty much it, guys. That is your garland complete. I pull it all together. It was a fun project, and I really had fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching me make this. Here is the finished project. Now, I told you I would name all the reindeer, but before I do, I would love to hear your thoughts on how you would use this garland and any ideas on how to further decorate it. Okay, so here are the names of the reindeer. There's Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and of course the most famous reindeer of them all, Rudolph. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe and hit that little bell so you will be notified when I upload my second project, which will be Christmas earrings. So stay tuned for that. And thanks for watching, and see you later. Bye.
Fun, 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 fun.